Hello everyone, this is Hating Tian. This video we are learning 1.5 ellipse. Ellipse is one of the conic section. If I have a cone, let's use a plane to cut it, or we slice it, and we tilt our plane, not too much, just tilt a little bit, and then we have the cross section is ellipse. So we're having an ellipse like this, and we only have two kinds of ellipse. One is the major axis is parallel to the x-axis, or horizontal major axis, or we have a vertical major axis. So we'll call this major axis is parallel to the y-axis, or we say this is a vertical major axis. So the definition of an ellipse is the set of points in a plane for which the sum of the distances from two fixed points is constant. The two fixed points are called the foci, or the focal points. Okay, let's see this image. We have 2 points we call foci, or we say focal points. One of the foci we call focus. Okay, and then we can highlight these 2 points. Any point on the ellipse, and the distance from this point to one of my foci, and then the distance to another of my foci, or we say focus, the sum is constant. For example, my d sub 1 plus d sub 2 is equal to 10. And I have another point, any point on the ellipse. Then I connect my focus, this focus, with my point. And then this point with another focus. So this is d sub 3 and this is d sub 4. The distance are the same. So d sub 3 plus d sub 4 is also equal to 10. So any point on this ellipse need to satisfy this relationship. Let's clean the ellipse. Okay, so we have 2 vertices of the ellipse. So 2 vertices are here. The distance between 2 vertices is 2a. So from here to here, distance is 2a. That means the half from the center to one of my vertex is a. And then the distance to from my focus, or one of my foci, so here to here, it is c. So we have the a, we have the c. Where is the b? B is the distance from the center to my co-vertex. So from here to the center is equal to b. The distance is b. The relationship between a, b, c is a is the longest one. A squared is equal to b squared plus c squared. You can also reorder them. You can say c squared is equal to a squared minus b squared. And the center is here. All right, let's come back to our lecture notes. Okay, let's see next 2 images. The first one, we have the major axis horizontally is parallel to the x-axis. And the center is h, k. And then based on the h, k, we move to the left and the right a unit. We say the distance is a. Then we can find our vertices. And if we move our center to the left and the right c unit, I'm getting my foci to foci. And if I move up and down, B unit, we're finding our co-vertices. Okay, second image is the graph or the ellipse. Major axis is a vertical line. And then we can, if we have the center H, K, we go up A unit. This is one of our vertex. And then go down a unit also is another vertex. So we call these two vertices. And then we go up and down C unit, I can find the foci, and to the left, to the right, B unit, that are our two co-vertices. So let's memorize that. A and C, so or we say vertices and foci, they are all on the major axis. Okay, so for the first graph, so please memorize this formula. X minus h squared, all divided by a squared, plus y minus k, all of them squared, divided by b squared is equal to 1. So this graph is a major axis is parallel to the x-axis. So my a squared is under the x-axis. So let's see this. So if the if the major axis is parallel to the x-axis, a is under the x. Okay, let's see the second. We also need to memorize this formula. X minus h squared divided by b squared plus y minus k squared over a squared minus is equal to 1. So this graph, major axis is a vertical line. This is parallel to the y-axis. So the long side, or we say the a, the big number is under the y. So you see is under the y. Okay, so which is the same part? So on the top and the right hand side 1. On the top, and right hand side 1. The only difference is the position of A and B. So, so first graph, we have the A under the X because major axis is horizontal. And the second one, the major axis is parallel to the Y. So A is under the Y. Okay, this is the shortcut. You can memorize how to help you memorize our formula. Let's see some conclusion. Center is H, K. Length of major axis is 2a, where a is greater than b, also a is greater than c. Length of minor axis is 2b. The foci are always on the major axis. Each of the foci is called a focus or focal points. Distance from the center to each focus is c, where c squared is equal to a squared minus b squared. Distance from the center to each vertex is a. Distance from center to each co-vertex is b. Okay, let's see these two images. So example 1, write the equation for each of the ellipse below. Okay, from the first one, the major axis parallel to the y-axis. So I'm using the formula. So let's use this color. Which is our formula? So every time we put the formula here, x minus h squared. And then I don't know what is the bottom. So we plus y minus k squared is equal to 1. So let's put the a squared and the b squared under these two parts. So I should put the a squared under the y because the major axis is vertical line. And then I can put the b squared under the x. And let's see, what is the a? We say the a is the distance from the center to the vertex. Okay, so let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. So a is a 4. And what is the b? So b is from the center to co-vertex, it is 1. B is equal to 1. And what is the center coordinate? So the center here is positive 3, comma, negative 2. So let's write the center here. Maybe we can say center is positive 3, comma, negative 2. Let's plug in the information in the formula. We have x minus h. So minus negative 3, minus 3. X minus 3 squared. And then plus y minus negative 2 is y plus 2 squared is equal to 1. And the bottom of the x is b squared. b squared is 1 squared. And under the y, I'm having a squared, which is 4 squared. You can put 4 squared. You can also put 16. Okay, let's see next graph. So I will put my formula here because this graph major axis is a horizontal line. So we say we are using the formula x minus h squared over something plus y minus k squared over something is equal to 1. And horizontally, major axis, we have a under the x, b under the y. Okay, what is the center? So center is negative 3, comma, negative 2. Negative 3, negative 2, no mistake. And what is the a? So I put the a and b on the graph. A, we just count. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's also 4. A is equal to 4. And the b is 1. Okay, let's plug in all of the information in our formula. On the top, we have, x minus h is x minus negative 3. X plus 3 squared, all divided by a squared, which is 4 squared. You can also put 16. Plus y minus k minus negative 2 is plus 2 squared, all divided by b squared. 1 squared is equal to 1. If you have this, you are correct. You can also replace the 4 squared to be 16. And then simplify the 1 squared. So both of the equation correct. Let's see, next example. Find the center, foci, vertices, and the graph of the following. So let's see. First one, what is the center? Okay, sorry. So the center is x minus h. So here we have x plus 4. Here we must have my center negative 4. And y minus k. So k is positive 2. And next step, let's find our a and b. So a is the biggest number. So biggest number under the x or y. So I see 9. 9 is equal to 3 squared. I'll convert the 9 to be 3 squared. And 4 is 2 squared. Now I can tell what is that a. A is equal to 3 and the b is equal to 2. And now let's see. We are looking for vertices. So if I'm looking for the vertices, I can do a sketch. Why the screen is so messy? So I need to make a sketch. Let's see. For example, not very accurate sketch. First, decide the center negative 4 and positive 2. And then second, I know the big number under the y. So this is the ellipse. That is the major axis vertically. So this is a sketch. And then based on the center, we can go up a unit, go down a unit. And the vertices, they have the same x value as my center. Let's copy the center. Negative 4, comma something. And we have two vertices. We have -4, comma something. What is my y's value? Go up, so 2 plus 3. Oh, sorry. Okay, I think this are my hands. Okay, so 2 plus a. Remember that a, b, c, they are all positive. That's plus 3. And then 2 minus 3, because I need to go down 3 unit. So how about the co-vertices? Oh, I didn't simplify this. So let's simplify the points. It is -4, comma 5. And then -4, comma -1. And what is the co-vertices? So based on my center, I'm moving to the left, to the right, B unit, or we say 2 unit. So they have the same y's value. We can copy the y first from the center. So comma 2. And another one is also comma 2. So based on the x value, -4, we can plus or minus 2. So -4 plus 2, -4 minus 2. Let's simplify the points. They are -2, comma +2, and then -6, comma 2. What is the next? Next one is foci. We can put F here. Foci is based on the center. We can go up or down C unit. We say this point, these 2 points, they are my foci. Go up C unit, go down C unit. So they have the same x value. We can keep the x. We make a small parentheses. We can keep the x value from the center, -4 and -4. Based on the 2, we need to go up and down C unit, but where is the C? So C squared is equal to A squared minus B squared. So C squared is equal to 3 squared minus 2 squared. Is 9 minus 4, which is 5. C is positive, square root of 5. Oh, that means based on the 2, we need to plus root 5, and then 2 minus square root of 5. Okay, we have a lot of information. We can make an accurate graph. First, let's find the center, -4, 2. So -1, 2, 3, 4. So -4 and +2. So this point is my center. And then second, let's see the vertices, -4. So let's put -4 here. -4, 5, go up. 3, 4, 5. First vertices go down 3 unit. A unit is -1. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's my points here. Okay, here. And next one. Next one, find my covertices. They are -2, 2. So -2, 2. And next one, covertices, -6, +2. So -6, +2. So if I have this information, it's good enough for me to make my ellipse. Okay, we can also find our focus. So foci, they are -4, 2 plus square root of 5, and 2 minus square root of 5. So what is square root of 5? I think it's about 2.23 or something. So we can, based on my center, go up 2 point something. So for example, I say the point is here is my foci, and then another point, for example, is here is my foci. I found all of the information on your homework. Maybe you have multiple choice. You don't have to graph it yourself. Or if you graph, it won't be that hard. You don't have to maybe find the very very tricky value like this. Maybe I give you the integers. So in your homework, you have to fill out the blanks. So highest point on the major axis, lowest point on the major axis. That are my two. These are my two vertices. So we have the vertices here, here. And second, the rightmost point on the minor side, leftmost point on the minor sides. They are my co-vertices. And the highest focal points or focus is -4 plus, comma 2 plus square root of 5. Lowest focal point is -4, comma 2 minus square root of 5. All right, let's move on. Number 3, find the equation of the ellipse with foci 2.1 and 4.1 and the vertex 0.1. 0.1. So it doesn't ask us to graph my equation, but we can make a sketch. For example, we can make an xy plane. Yes. Okay, so first we can plot a point, foci 2, 1. So this is 2, this is 1, and then 4, 1, 4, 1. This is 1. I feel my graph is a little bit small. Let's extend it. And these are my two foci, and the vertex is 0, 1. 0, 1 is here. Is here. Okay, that means I may have my graph horizontally like this because the vertex and the foci, they're on the major axes. So my graph is horizontally major axis. So I'm using which formula? X minus h squared. And then another part is y minus k squared is equal to 1. And let me erase this. And where is the x, a and b? So a is under the x part, a squared, and b squared is under the y. So we put y here. Let me turn off the drawing with finger. No, I'm not sure. Okay. And next part, we have to find our, make it small, our h value and k and a and b's value. How to find the center? So for example, center is here. It is right between two foci. So if I'm looking for 1 point, right in between, in the middle of 2 points, we have the formula, which is x sub 1 plus x sub 2 over 2. And then y's value is y sub 1 plus y sub 2 over 2. So if I know the foci, x sub 1, comma y sub 1, and another focal point is x sub 2, y sub 2. I have x value, 2x value, we find the sum divided by 2. And then find the sum of the y divided by 2. That is the center, or the point in the middle of these 2 points. All right, let's find the center first. Okay. So is 2 at the bottom, and then the x value of the two foci, they are 2 plus 4, and then 1 plus 1 is my y's value, divided by 2, which is 6 over 2, 3, and then 1 plus 1, 2 over 2, 1. So I found my center, which is my h, comma k. And what is the a's value? We say the a's value is between the vertex and the center. So center we have found is 3. So from x is equal to 0 to 3, so a is equal to 3. And then what is the b? I don't know, but I know the c, because the distance from my center to my focal point, it is 1, because from 2 to 3 it is 1. So c is equal to 1. Can you find the b? Yes. B squared is equal to a squared minus c squared, which is 9 minus 1 is 8. So b is equal to square root of 8 positive. And simplified is square root of 2 times square root of 2. Okay, that means my b is, I don't have to find the b. I just want to find the b squared. That's enough. So let's erase the steps. So I just have to find the b squared. Then plug it into my formula. I can find my equation. Let's plug in the ABC's value. AB's value and h comma k. So x minus h minus 3 squared, all divided by a squared, which is 3 squared, which is put 9 here. And then plus y minus k, y minus 1 squared, all divided by b squared, which is 8, is equal to 1. Now I found my formula. Okay, so making a sketch is very important, because I can find what is the major axis, and then make the example easy. So even the question didn't ask you graph your image, graph your equation. Okay, let's see next example. Let's clear the board. So pause the video, you can read the example. Find the equation of the ellipse with the center -3, 1, focus -3, 0, and the vertex -3, -3. Okay, so let's see, graph it first. Let's graph it. I remember if I make it. Okay, let's graph it. Okay, let's do this. So center is -3, 1. Let's say -3 and 1. No. What happened here? I need to wear a glove. I think I can put a paper here, so it will not have the dots. Or I can wear the glove. Okay, -3, 1. 1 is here. What happened? 1 is here. And then focus is -3, 0. So -3, 0. What happened? Maybe we can use different color. Let's say this is the focus. And then the vertex is -3, -3. Oh, sorry, -3, +3. Okay, 3 is here. Center, vertex, focus. So we see my graph must be an ellipse. That major axis is parallel to the y-axis. This is center, and later we can also find our another focus, or we say one of the foci. Okay, so let's write our formula here, or the equation here. Let me put the paper here. Okay, so we have x minus h squared plus y minus k squared is equal to 1. So vertical, that means y. So under the y, we have a squared. And then b squared is under the x. So what is the a, what is b, what is the center? Center is given is -3, 1. So negative 3, 1. So we can plug it in. And then the A and B. What is the A? So A is the distance. Sorry. So A is the distance from my center to the top. From 1 to 3, what is that? So A is equal to 2 because from 1 to 3 is 2. And then what is the C? C is the distance from my center to the focus. So I don't know this focus, but I know this focus. The y's value is 0. The distance from the 1 to 0 is 1. So C is equal to 1. So I can find my B. B squared is equal to A squared minus C squared, which is 4 minus 1 is 3. So B is equal to 3. I don't have to find the B because a B squared is equal to 3. Because in the formula or the equation, it doesn't have the B. It has the B squared. Okay, let's go. Okay, we have every information. Let's bring all of them into my equation. So x minus h is x minus negative 3 plus 3 squared. And then plus y minus k. Y minus 1 squared is equal to 1. And the bottom is b squared, which is the 3. And then another bottom is a squared. A squared is 2 squared. It is 4. So this is my equation. Okay. You don't have to graph perfectly because this question is just asking us the equation. It's not a graph. All right, let's see the number 5. Center is given and vertex is given 1 vertex. And the co-vertex is given. Find the ellipse. So let's graph the xy plane, make a sketch. And then vertical line. Yes. Good. Negative 5 and negative 4 is my center. So this is negative 5 and this is negative 4. So let's say this is a center, we say C. And then vertex is negative 12 and negative 4. Oh my, I don't have a good space for the x value. So make okay, first let's redo it. Negative 5 and negative 4. So this is my center. And the vertex is negative 12, negative 4. So this is negative 12. And then this is negative 4. So this is my vertex. And the co-vertex is negative 5 and negative 1. So this is negative 1. And then this is my co-vertex. My vertex and center. They are all on the major axis. So I'm going to graph my I'm going to graph my equation like this. Make a sketch. I'm not sure it is the perfect graph. So can you find the A and B and what is h comma k, which is my center? And then can you list the equation we are looking for? So let's say the formula is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared is equal to 1. So a squared is under the x or the y. Must be x because you see horizontal major axis. So a is here, a squared, and b squared is here. And then we have the h comma k, which is negative 5 comma negative 4. And what is the a? A is the distance from the vertex to my center. So the distance of the A is between, or you find the difference between negative 12 and 5. It doesn't matter which one goes first. You can say, you should use a big number minus small number. Then you can find a difference. You do not use the more negative number minus the negative 5. So let's say big number, negative 5, minus negative 12. So big number minus negative 12 is negative 5 plus 12. So it is 7. And what is the b? B is the distance from the center to the co-vertex. So we count negative 1, negative 4. So the b is equal to big number, negative 1, minus negative 4. The difference is negative 1 plus 4 is positive 3. So the b is positive 3. Some of you say, I can tell from the image you don't have to do the subtraction. Yes, it's up to you. You can tell that from negative 4 to negative 1 is 3, the distance. Okay, we have the A, B, C, and the H, comma, K. We bring all of them in my formula. So we are having x minus negative 5. You can make it short. You just say x plus 5. All of them squared, plus y minus negative 4 is plus 4 squared is equal to 1. A is 7, so 7 squared is 49. You can also just put 7 squared. The y part, under the y we're having 3 squared, that is 9. You can also say 3 squared. Okay. Question 6. Find the center, foci, vertices, and the graph. Let's see number 6. We're learning ellipse in this lesson, and this one is not the form of the ellipse. The ellipse equation, we have x minus h squared plus y minus k squared is equal to 1. And the bottom, maybe here is a, maybe here is a. So if we have the major axis horizontally, so we have this form. But this polynomial equation, it doesn't have the perfect squared, x minus h squared and y minus h squared divided by a squared divided by b squared is equal to 1. We need to convert it to be the standard form. And how should we do that? We need to construct our perfect square, x squared and y squared part. So let's start. If making a perfect square, what do we need? We need to have a squared plus or minus 2ab plus b squared is equal to a plus b, this is parentheses squared. Or if this is subtraction, we have subtraction. If we have the x squared and then plus, for example, 6x, I need to have my third part to make a perfect square. What is the third part? The third part is the half of the 6, half of the middle coefficient, and then square it. In the parentheses, on the right, it is x, the base of the squared, and then this is addition with plus the base of this squared, which is 3. We construct our perfect square. Okay, let's see our let's see our example. So in our example, can you combine all the x together, all the y together, and move the number term to the right? So let's reorder it. It is x squared plus 6x. Leave us make us blank here, and then plus 9y squared minus 18y, and then plus something equals, so bring the 9 to another side, we minus 9 both sides, we have negative 9. So what should I fill out the blanks? We know that we should put something that is the half of the 6. So x squared plus 6x plus the half of the 6 squared is 3 squared. So the half of the 6, then you square it. And then you plus 9y squared. So in our formula, I erased it, minus h squared. Another one is y minus k squared. So do I have a 9y here? No, we only have the y. So we need to factor out the GCF from the y part. So factor out the 9, we have y squared minus 2y. We need to have something to make a perfect squared. What should we do? We should find the half of the 2 and square it. Half of 2 is 1, 1 squared is 1. And then another side we have negative 9. But in this equation, is not equal because we add this one on the left hand side. We also add the 9 times 1 on the left hand side. That means another side I need to add the same amount of information. So let's plus the 9 from the 3 squared and then add another 9 from 9 times distribute 9. It is 9 plus 2 9s. Okay. Let's rewrite our equation. So first 3 term will make a perfect square, x plus 3 squared. And then the rest of the part, it is 9 times y minus 1 squared is equal to 9. We need to make a 1 on the right hand side divided by 9, everybody. So we have x plus 3 squared over 9. 9 is 3 squared. Plus 9 over 9 is 1. Y minus 1 squared over 1 squared is equal to 1. Now we have the 1. What is the center? Is negative 3, comma 1. And what is the vertex? The vertex is... Okay, let's make a sketch. Oh. This one, the ellipse, the major axis is the horizontal line because the A is under the X. And then we know this is my center. So we move to the right, move to the left, A unit. Then we can find our vertices. So what is the A? From here, we can know that I need more space. A is 3, and we should have our vertices has the same y's value as my center because we are moving to the left to the right. So vertices, they must have the same y's value. We can copy the 1 here and then copy the 1 here and move to the right, move to the left, the 3 plus or minus a. We can put our a here. So a is equal to 3. And from the formula, we can find b is equal to 1. We find the c later. So negative 3 plus 3, 0. Negative 3 minus 3, negative 6. And what is our co-vertices? So co-vertices is move up or move down. It has the same x value as my center. So my x value, negative 3. Saving. Negative 3 here, negative 3 here. What is the y's value of my co-vertices? So based on 1, we go up 1 unit, we go down 1 unit. So go up 1 unit is 2, go down 1 unit is minus 1, 0. And now we are looking for the foci. So to foci, we need to find the c's value. Let's erase this one. The c is equal to, c squared is equal to a squared minus b squared is equal to 9 minus 1 is 8. So c is equal to square root of 2 over 2. So we can put the foci here. Foci has the same y's value like my center. We can copy the y's value. It is 1 something comma 1, and the y's value based on the center move to the left and right to square root of 2. So negative 3 plus 2 root 2 and negative 3 minus 2 square root of 2. Okay, let's see. we have all of the information. Let's graph it. First, the center is -3, 1, -3, 1 here. And second, vertices 0, 1, and -6, 1, -6, 1. And the co-vertices is -3, 2, -3, 0. I can find the outline of my ellipse. For example, this is my ellipse. The foci, they are here and here. So we're done. Okay, let's see next example. Find the center, foci, vertices, and the graph. So this one, we do the same thing. We should make two perfect squared. So let's group the x together. So this question, let me save some space because we didn't save the space in previous example. Group all the x together, 25 x squared plus 100 x, then plus something, plus 4y squared minus 32y, and plus a blank. And move the 64 to another side, we have -64. And now let's construct our perfect squared. Before that, let's factor out the coefficient of the x squared. We're having 25 outside, x squared plus, factor out the 25 from 100. We have 4 left, 4x. Then the missing part must be 4 divided by 2, and then square it. It is 4. You can also just say 2 squared. And then plus the y part, factor out the 4. We have the y squared minus 8y. So factor out the 4 from -32 is -8. Then plus the half of the y, which is 4 squared. And the equals, another side is -64 plus something. So plus the multiplication between 25 and 2 squared is 100. And then plus what? So plus the multiplication between 4 and 4 squared. What is that? So for 64, plus 64. Okay, we made two perfect squared. They are 25 times x plus 2 squared, and then 4 times y minus 4 squared. And another side, do the addition, we are having 100. Now we are making a 1 on the right hand side, divided by 100 both sides. So we have x plus 2 squared divided by 4, which is 2 squared, plus 1 minus 4 squared divided by 25. Another side is 1. Now we can identify the ABC. So A is 5, or we say 25 is the big number under the y part. So 25 is 5 squared. A is 25. 5. We found it from 25, which is the a squared. And the b is equal to 2. I found the b from the 4, or 2 squared. And then what is the c? So we should find the c. C squared is equal to a squared minus b squared. It is 25 minus 4 is 21. So c is equal to square root of 21. Now let's see, make a sketch. What does the graph look like? Is the major axis horizontally or vertically? So the a is under the y, so we are having my graph vertically. So this is center, go up and down a unit. I can find my vertices. So vertices V must have the same x value like my center. I didn't find my center first. So let's find our center first. So the first one is find the center is -2, 4, and the vertices is 2 vertices. They have the same x value like my center, -2 here. And based on the 4, go up and down 5 units. So 4 plus 5 is 9. And another vertices is -2, 4 minus 5, -1. And then co-vertices. So co-vertices. Based on the center, we move to the left and the right B unit. B is 2. So we keep our y's value, because my co-vertices and the center, they have the same y's value. So it's 4. So something, 4. Based on the -2, we can plus b and minus b. -2 plus b, 0. -2 minus b is -4. So we found on our co-vertices. And how about the foci? So foci is here and here. Go up C unit, go down C unit. So they have the same x value, -2. -2, but different y's value, like my center. So based on the 4, we can plus c, square root of 21. And based on the 4, we minus square root of 21. So we got all of the information. Let's put the information on our graph. First, find the center, -2, 4. So -2, 4 is here, center. Vertices is -2, 9. -2, go up 9 unit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 is here. Go down 5 unit is here, -1. And then co-vertices, so 0, 4 and -4, 4. Okay, we have this information. I can find the outline of my ellipse. Okay. And then we can also find our foci. So our foci, one is here. So 4 plus square root of 21 is about 8 point something. So let's say this is my foci, and another foci is about here. So I found my foci, vertices, and the center. Okay. Let's see next example, example 8. So a person in a whispering gallery standing at one focus of the ellipse can whisper and be heard by a person standing at another focus, because all sound waves that reach the ceiling reflected to the other person. Okay, you can also search online. What is a whispering gallery? So the cross section of the whispering gallery is the half of the ellipse. Okay, we can make the question simple. Can you graph the half of the ellipse? So for example, the half of the ellipse is like this. And if you stand at the focus here and another focus here, one focus we can say f prime. If you just whisper here, and the people from another focus can hear you clearly. Okay, so what's the question looking for? The given information is the length of this gallery from here to here is 100 meters. And what else? Oh, the foci located 48 meters from the center. Maybe we can graph an accurate ellipse. So here is my first foci focus, second focus, and this is a center. And then the length from here to here is 100 meter, and the length from the center to one of the foci, or we say focus, is 48. What I need to find the height of the ceiling at the center. Okay, we should find the height of the ceiling. Okay, so do we need to list the equation of the ellipse? For example, this the major axis is x is parallel to the x-axis. We can say x minus h squared, and another one is y minus k squared. Another side of the equation is 1. Under the x must be my a, under the y is my b squared. Do we need to find this equation? No, we don't. We just want to find what is the b. And the given information is 100 is the length, but what is the half of the length? Half of the length is a. So from here to here is one half of the half of 100. It is 50 meter. We have our A is 50, and we have our C is 48. Can you find the B? I'm not sure why I have the squared here. Here is B. So B is equal to, or B squared is equal to A squared minus C squared. So we can plug in the A and C's value, find the B. That means I don't have to find the equation. I just find the B's value, or the height of the gallery. So B squared is equal to 50 squared minus 48 squared, and square root of both sides. B is equal to square root of 50 squared minus 48 squared. We can use our calculator to find our solution. So we are having square root of 196 square. Okay, I shouldn't have this sign, equal sign. And then the square root of 196 is 14. So the height of the Whispering Gallery is 14 meters. Okay, we're done. If you have any question, please let me know.